Visitations. Many people use the word alien to describe a visitor from outer space. Extraterrestrial is another word, which is rather more user-friendly. For the sake of the question and answer format, the word used by the questioner has been left, though even Tom questions our use of alien. Should we wish to foster openness between all beings of the universe, perhaps we should also look at our vocabulary? In a discussion between Andrew and Tom many years earlier, Andrew had asked Tom about UFOs and whether they were created manifestations. Tom had replied, "Many of the flying things that you call UFOs come from our place, but they come from other places also, and they do come in physical form. But many of them are not physical. They are like your movie screen." This chapter begins with a conversation between Tom and two guests in 1991. Tom, Alarthan is one of the 24 civilizations responsible for unifying the energies of the 24 with those of your planet for its evolution into greatness, and this in bringing to humankind information in a form of communication that registers in the ground. Others on planet Earth have come from different civilizations in the universe. Those from Huva have come and have been implanted on 3 occasions. Others have come from other civilizations. And then there are some from civilizations not evolved to the same level as that of those with collective consciousness. The origins of humankind did not evolve from the animals of earth matter. There was one group which emerged by itself, all others were colonized and merged to create species. Guest, do we have any particular connection with those of the constellation of Lyra, who moved to the Pleiades? Tom, those that have been seeded on this planet Earth have also been seeded in other systems in your galaxy. The Pleiades are in your Earth galaxy. Know that there are some of them in that arena that have great negativity. Do you know that? John, are you saying that the beings in the Pleiades are also cousins of ours? That they have been seeded as we have? Tom, that is correct. Yes. Guest/2 is one of the governments of planet Earth working in conjunction with a group from another source, from Reticulum, which is 37 light-years from Earth. Tom, that is also within this galaxy. There are government agencies upon this planet Earth that have awareness of other species within your galaxy. There are many. Alarthan does not come from your galaxy, neither do we. Those within this galaxy could be said to be working within a corporation. If you have a mega-corporation which has many divisions within it, then within these divisions there will be units that manufacture or sell or service, without necessarily knowing who owns them. If you go into an individual unit, you would find a manager of that unit. But this person would not be the general manager of the whole corporation. That is the order of this galaxy. Do not limit yourself or tie yourself only to the solar systems of your own galaxy. Guest, can I ask if the current phenomenon we call crop circles that are being formed in England are being created from outside planet Earth? Tom, that is so. When anything takes place within your solar system, it is imprinted and then is manifested on Earth. Guest, could you please explain a bit about the thinking behind the messages that are coded within the corn circles? What is the purpose? Tom, it is of great importance for humankind to have the understanding of other realities of existence within your universe, of other systems of energy with the capability of bringing these into reality from great extensions of time, forms and matter, for your humankind to question their origins, their expansion of mind, and the time of now. Those of the 24 have come to this your planet Earth. Those of other civilizations have often visited since the beginning of humankind's history. Visits have been made by others very frequently. Please see your historical records. To date, this has not made an impression on humankind, for these other realities have been mostly eliminated from humankind's programming. As this planet Earth is moving towards its evolutionary importance and the reason for its existence, for it is, as you know, the only planet with freedom of choice, those civilizations are attempting to bring to humankind information concerning other beings, other species, other energy forms, so that humankind may look on this, question it, and then probe into it. The challenge is to present an alternative. One to question, is it not? You have now been alerted to those energy fields that are in existence. Guest, are there any specific ideas behind the patterns that are formed in the crop circles? Is there an intended program to help us build a picture of what is being represented within the crop circles? Tom, now reason, investigate and contemplate this thoroughly. All that has been sent into space from Earth is being reflected back, so that those of Earth may understand that when you create a situation that might be catastrophic, it may then impress upon the minds of the people the effect that one unit can make on all. John, how many scientific and governmental organizations have made the connections, or made such interpretations yet? Tom, are you not the forerunners? John, we are wondering if they have reached a conclusion on their own or whether this project is one that is going to release that information. Tom, yes. However, be aware that there are many groups creating them to distort the real purpose. It is not possible to speak about these at this time. For humankind could not comprehend, for the disbelief would then add no credibility. Some circles are from civilizations who wish of the Most High, and there are others who wish to confuse and add their appendix too. It is timely to create a shaking brain in humankind to question, as you now are questioning. Guest/2, is it possible to give any clues for circle researchers so that they can distinguish which is a genuine crop formation worth looking at, and what are the others there to confuse? Tom, the ones of confusion have brokens. It is a type of damage. Guest, damage of the stems of the corn in the field. Tom, yes. Guest/2, so the circles which have stems which are neatly bent, those are the ones which are not damaged, just bent, those are the ones which are. Tom, they are twirled. There are many civilizations, not all. They are sub-civilizations. What is important is not what is done by whom. What is important is the observation of other realities. Let the personalities of humans move their own hair out of their own eyes. There will be more, and there will be less. In some areas there will be more, and where there were more, there will be less, yes. It is not just humankind that attempts to confuse. Guest/2, in a couple of the circles last year 1991, some researchers detected radioactivity of a particular kind which is not found on planet Earth. Tom, does it not make sense that the vehicles that are able to go through spacetime envelope dimensions radiate differently? Guest/2, yes. Tom, we wonder why humankind is as dense as its planet. Laughter. Guest/2, well, we're slowly awakening. And certainly the crop formations are adding to the awakening of those who are focusing on them. Tom, think about this also. As atmospheric damage is done and created, it creates fields of energy that can upset the vegetation upon planet Earth. You understand that this atmosphere that encircles planet Earth is a protective device. You understand that there is influence from other planetary positions. And when there are mouse holes in the atmosphere, then there are, from other planetary positions, energy fields that may affect vegetation. Yes. Guest/2, when you talk about planetary positions, do you mean planets in our solar system or in a larger spectrum? Tom, in your system, planets that have devices upon them, left in times past. We wish not at this time to go into detail, our being Phyllis is in weakness. Therefore we ask you only to ask urgent questions. Yes. The latter part of that transmission, which ended there, took place in 1992. Here is another exchange from the early 90s, with particular emphasis on technology. Brian, I wanted to ask some questions about a recent 90-911 series of statements made in the United States concerning the presence of extraterrestrial vehicles in the Nevada area. Is there any general comment you could make about the authenticity of those statements? Tom, as many are aware, the reality of lesser civilizations and physicalness upon this planet Earth is a fact. As they have technologies and information, do not create the mistake of believing their higher motivation at all times in visiting your planet Earth. A portion of this motivation is indeed prepared for utilizing, if necessary, Earth species for their own environments, on their own planets. Not all are here for the betterment of planet Earth, although there are those who do work for the betterment of planet Earth. They have physical existence. Brian, are you saying that there is more than one group involved in the experiments at the Nevada test site? Tom, there exists at this time a totality of 12 different groups physical civilizations that have come to planet Earth for investigation of the environment. Not all are well-meaning. The Council has said I must be clear to you. Not all are creating experiments. Brian, it would appear that some of the technology involved in the vehicles they have brought here is on the verge of being discovered by people here on Earth. Will there be an attempt to prevent those discoveries from being utilized and developed? Tom, do you mean by other civilizations or by those of the anti-peoples on planet Earth? Brian, I'm speaking of discoveries being made by physicists here on Earth. I'm wondering, will their efforts be prevented in any way by the aliens? Tom, that is not the purpose of those that you call aliens. Why are they aliens? John, well, it's just a word we use for anything that does not come from Earth. Tom, yes. John, you say that is not their purpose. Could you state what their purpose is specifically? Tom, there are several purposes. Those that have well-meaning are working for prevention of total destruction of planet Earth, and to oversee it and, if necessary, prevent a totality of ending. For in the ending of it, it would take so much time to start over again that it is not possible to start again. The situation of planet Earth also is that its destructiveness would then create an energy that then could affect other systems of the universe. There are those also who would wish to come here because they have begun the destruction of their own home physical planet and are looking for a place to relocate themselves. Therefore they are experimenting upon humankind and animal kind for testing available possibilities. Brian, what will happen to the man who has told us about this? Will he be punished in some way? Tom, as you know, upon your planet Earth, the country of USA has created a secret situation among its people that cannot be revealed. They have not revealed the facts. Therefore all attempts will be made to create injustice to him. If there comes a time upon your planet Earth when people function as a unified force against those philosophical beliefs that are not correct, such as destruction of truth-telling people, then people will involve themselves, and if enough people do so, they cannot punish all people. John, if enough people know about it, that will be a protection to him, in a sense. Tom, in protest. Yes. John, now the American people who are working where he was working, what is their motive for working with these aliens, as we are calling them? Tom, you speak of leadership, not of others. John, I'm talking of the people in Nevada, the scientists and the leadership there. Presumably they're interested for military purposes, or what? Tom, there are those who have interest in the betterment of humankind, and there are those who have the greatest concern about other aliens approaching planet Earth, therefore they seek technological information for stopping their arrival. Brian, I see. Will the efforts to understand the alien technology be successful? Tom, they are but a small percentage away from completion. Brian, is the technology in the alien vehicles the same as the condensed charge technology that I'm aware of? Tom, it is in that realm. It is two polarities which exactly overlap and overlay, and each charges the other. It is as above, so below, as with the emblem of Huva, the six-pointed star. Do you understand? John, yes, the Star of David is two triangles. Tom, instead of repulsion by magnetic charge, it is attraction by magnetic charge. Brian, well, the alien vehicles operate by controlling gravity, it seems. Tom, which has to do with the discharge of magnetics. It has to do with creating a magnetic field. That is the discharge, when you release the magnetic. When you function with the magnetic, you draw all things to you. When you know how to discharge, then the propulsion is reversed. To operate and release gravitational fields is related to magnetic fields. Brian, well, all the descriptions say nothing about magnetic fields, they talk about gravitational fields, which are different, and they say it requires a special element, element 115. Do you know what 115 is? Tom, that releases the magnetic attraction. John, are you saying that when you use the word magnetic it is the same as when we're using the term gravitational here? Tom, if you have attraction, an energy field that holds upon your planet Earth, that is magnetic. John, okay, we use different terms. Brian, one of the things that happened was when they put a burning candle flame in the field. Tom, it created a vacuum. John, a time vacuum. Tom, do you understand that in this movement it is possible to move quickly? For non-friction is created. Brian, so then is no action/reaction. Tom, there is freedom. Brian, how soon do you think there will be more information released about these vehicles and about? Tom, do you speak of information release? They will not release the information. John, have they been asked by the aliens to keep it secret also? Tom, that is correct, they are working in conjunction with them. John, so it is a fully cooperative venture. Tom, in some ways, in others it is not. John, so there's some holding back by both sides. Are you saying that the aliens are also holding back the different motives that you already mentioned with the people in Nevada? Tom, there are those who are working in conjunction with these lesser civilizations, and these civilizations began to control them. There are other civilizations that do not cooperate with this, and are in effect eliminated in physicalness. You understand that? John, yes. Tom, out of fear the government of USA and others are in cooperation. John, well, that was the next question. Are there other groups of aliens working with any other governments in a similar way? In other parts of the world? Tom, there have been many visitations, physical appearances and accidents that have been tunneled to the USA, and there are also attempts in Russia and investigations in cooperation with USA. John, so is that project continuing at this moment in Russia, or is that something that happened in the past and is no longer in existence? Tom, there is informational exchange with USA. Brian, are the alien people involved in the Nevada experiments? Are they involved in any genetic experiments on human beings? Tom, those are ones who wish to know if they may exist upon planet Earth by taking samples of tissue for culturing. Brian, so the same group that has provided the vehicles is also involved in genetic research. Tom, if you would use that terminology, yes. We would say to you, be in great caution. Brian, well, that was my next question. Is it dangerous to persist in trying to learn more about this? Tom, it is important to assimilate, to be in a form of observation, but to be in great caution. And move in great caution when getting involved in information from others. And be in caution of any from what you call reticulum, in your Milky Way. Be careful of those who say they are from there. John, at what level in the United States is this project controlled? Tom, the highest level. John, so it is from the president down, is it? Tom, he is not the one who controls, but the head of state was involved in the past. This is an exceptional matter. This conversation took place in 1990.1. John, so it is the CIA who control the project. Tom, that term is not correct. It is not in a form. This is the creation of an element that is above that. What is important is that you begin to understand the implications. In times past, humanity did not comprehend the information we have given about the civilizations and the Council of Nine. Now it is important to comprehend and know that what was begun in times past does exist and continues, and it is time for humankind to know the importance of this information, but in a time when there can be directness, without interference from the governments of humankind. Steve, I would like you to speak about the emphasis you were giving in the mid-1970s. There was at that time a great emphasis on the appearance of beings to intervene in the critical world situation, and this did not occur. Perhaps some brief explanation of why it was so much stressed at the time and whether it might still be an option. Tom, there have been sightings of other civilizations, not all helpful to planet Earth, and there has also been contact with several people that have authority in different countries of your planet Earth. There was also agreement between several countries not to permit information about this to be released in public, and also to eliminate portions of their destructive devices against each other, for fear of other civilizations permeating planet Earth. Those who do not at all times have benefit towards this planet Earth have also made agreement with some countries of planet Earth, out of fear of reprisal. John and Steve, reprisal.